Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Blue Who Review. Today I'm going to be doing the top 10 New Who episodes. This was such a tough one to come up with because originally I came up with my list, and then when I was being really strict as well on what episodes I think were in the top 10, and then I picked a load to put together to list in my top 10. By the time I picked all the episodes I ended up with 30, so I had to go even more stricter on it. So it's been a real tough one to make this one. So I think I'm going to do a top 10 of what I actually think is a top 10 of Doctor episodes, and then I think I'll do another video on my top 10 comfort episodes, because there are episodes that I really do enjoy, but I don't think they're like the top 10 of Doctor Who. They're my top 10, but I don't think they are the top 10, so I think I'll be doing another video on that. So I'm going to do them in order, starting with 10, obviously, the lowest of the top 10. I think these are the best episodes of New Who, personally, but I also think that they are really strong contenders. It will differ. There's one in there which I think people will be quite surprised at. I think it'll be in their bottom 10, if anything. But no, so this is my top 10, so let's begin. Brilliant. So at number 10, it's going to be Sleep No More. Now, this is the one that I think people will be most surprised at. Now, I know Sleep No More isn't for everyone. I mean, it is found footage, so I know some people aren't a fan of that. Personally, I really love found footage things. I think they're really cool and immersive. But no, I know not everyone is a fan of found footage. But this episode for me was really good and really enjoyable. And it was also something new and fresh, and I'm really glad Doctor Who did it. I'm so gutted there was never a part two. I'm kind of hoping one day they do a part two to this. But no, Sleep No More is number 10 for me. I just feel like it's a really enjoyable episode. It had the 12th Doctor and Clara when their relationship was at their best, so I really enjoyed that. And then just the music as well, the Sandman music is really enjoyable as well. The whole episode itself is really enjoyable. I just feel like it's something new and fresh, and it's Doctor Who trying to do different things. And personally, for me, I think it did really do well. So yeah, at number 10 will be Sleep No More. Great, and at number 9 is Age of Steel, Rise of the Cybermen. This one is a comfort episode, I would say, but I do think it is a top 10. It's really good, travelling to the parallel universe and the Zeppelins and everything. And the scenes where the Cybermen smash through the windows, I mean, that's so iconic. But no, I really think it's a really good episode, the parallel universe, and then it happening in Batsy Power Station, and the ear pods and earpiece thing. It was just a really good episode. Bringing back the Cybermen as well. It was a great story to bring Cybermen into New Who. So at number 9, I think I'm going to put Age of Steel, Rise of the Cybermen. Wonderful. And at number 8, we have The Woman Who Fell to Earth. This was what you would call event television. This was so good. This was one of Jude Whittaker's best episodes, one of Chris Chibnall's best written episodes. I think it's fantastic. The scenery, the introduction to the characters, everything about this is so good, and it's so rewatchable as well. Even when you rewatch it, it still feels so new, so fresh, exactly what they were trying to do. It's such an enjoyable episode, and it feels like an episode that stands out from the rest of the series. I feel like some episodes in series feel like they stand out from the era, just of how they are with certain things, and I feel like this definitely is one of them. It really stands out, and I feel like it really achieved what it was trying to do. So yeah, at number 8, definitely The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Great, and at number 7 is going to be The Christmas Invasion. This was such a good episode. I mean, it's a Christmas episode, but that doesn't take away from it at all, because I feel like it's such a good episode. The threat level was really high. I mean, the Doctor was out of action. For Rose, it was like the Doctor was gone because he was freshly regenerated, and for the audience as well, some of them, this was the first time they ever saw a regeneration, so it felt like the Doctor was gone. You had this army of Cigaraks invading. Obviously, the TARDIS translation wasn't working, so we couldn't even understand what they were saying. They looked really scary as well. The pilot fish as well and everything. It's such a good episode. The threat level feels so high, and you feel so much more at ease when the Doctor comes out the TARDIS. So yeah, it's a really good episode. I feel like it can be quite scary at times. I was scared of it when I was young, but no, it's a really good episode, and I feel like it's a great introduction to a Doctor as well. Even though David Tennant wasn't in it a lot until the end, it was still a good introduction. But no, this is a really good episode, and how Christmas episodes should be. A really good story, but still with loads of Christmas elements. At number 6, it's going to be The Runaway Bride. Sticking with the Christmas episodes again, I feel like this is a really good episode. I think it was a great sequel to Torchwood and Series 2 and Doomsday and everything. I feel like it was a really good sequel. Plus, with the Ragnos and Christmas again was fitted in quite well, and then the introduction of Donna, and the wedding, and the attack of the Christmas tree, the pilot fish again. I feel like it's just the perfect, I would say, the perfect Christmas special. So yeah, this is definitely up there. That's why I put it before the Christmas Invasion. The Christmas Invasion is really enjoyable, but I feel like this one's just that bit more enjoyable and iconic. So yeah, for this one, I'm definitely going to say The Runaway Bride. At number 5 is The Waters of Mars. Now, this is such a good episode. I mean, the monsters are terrifying, the flood. They really were terrifying. For years and years and years after I watched it, I could not watch it again. It was too scary, but it's so good, really, honestly, because it's such a build up as well of the 10th Doctor's sort of like story arc over the series, and it pays off really well of how, he's sick of like missing not being able to save people, and then deciding that, you know what, he won, he's the winner, so he can do what he likes now. The laws of time are his, as he says. So it's a really good build up, really dark story, but really really good. It's such a good episode. I mean, it's you can't fault it. It's a really good one. So yeah, at number 5, The Waters of Mars. At number 4 is going to be Turn Left. I wish every sort of writer's era, every Doctor's era had one of these, because it'd be so interesting to see how events would have panned out if something different happened. Just something small, like obviously Donna turning left instead of right. It's just such a cool concept and so enjoyable as well. What if? So I wish every series sort of thing, not every series, but every Doctor or every at least writer, when it come like Stephen Moffat had one at least, and Chris Chibnall had one, because it's just such a cool concept and something so interesting to explore. And obviously when it was done with Turn Left, it was done really well. I mean, Donna just turning the wrong way, and that meant Sarah Jane died, Martha died, Torchwood died. I mean, and then the Sontaran thing as well. It just all of it, and then the Daleks coming and destroying the rest of the universe. I mean, it's just such a great concept, really enjoyable to watch as well. I didn't appreciate it as much when I was young. I will say that I did actually find it boring when I was young, but I didn't really get it then. But obviously, I've grown up and matured. That's why it's at number 4, because it's so enjoyable and so cool to see. And yeah, just a great episode in total. So yeah, at number 4, Turn Left. Great. At number 3, we're sticking with series 4 again, and we're doing Midnight. Midnight is such a good episode, because if you think about it, it's only really one set. Not a penny was spent on how the creature looked or the monster, and it's just pure acting of that episode. That's what makes the episode, all of the acting. David Tennant did so well, all of them did so well. And I wish, again, every Doctor had something like this to show off their acting, especially like the 13th Doctor. I would love to see her in this situation, just see a completely different side to her. But no, this is such a good episode. Like I said, you don't see the creature, but it's probably one of the most scariest ever in Doctor Who. I mean, it's just such a fantastic episode, and the acting is just phenomenal for everyone. So well done to everyone for that. But no, this is just an absolutely amazing episode. Definitely a really strong contender for the top 10. Brilliant. At number 2, it's going to be The Impossible Astronaut / Day of the Moon. Now, it's not often I would describe an episode as 10 out of 10, but this really was a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's just such a cool location. America, you could see Doctor expanding. You could tell by the episode how much more money was put into it. And then the silence as well, such a great creation. One of my favourite Doctor Who monsters ever. They're just so cool, and the way you forget them when you don't look at them as well. It had a good TARDIS team as well. 11, Amy, Rory, River. Yeah, it's just such a great episode. I mean, it literally is perfect. I can't fault it in any way. And one of the best scenes in Doctor Who ever is in this one, where Amy goes to the old children's home, and it's like written in blood, "Get out on the wall." I mean, that's just so scary and so incredible. Such a scary episode. Again, I was scared of this one for years, but it's so good. So yeah, this one is definitely number 2. Great. And just before we get on to number 1, I thought it was worth mentioning some honourable mentions. Listen is a really good episode that unfortunately didn't make it to the top 10. Again, you don't see the monster like Midnight, but it's such a creepy episode as well. Daleks in Manhattan / Evolution of the Daleks, underrated but definitely cool. The pig slaves are so iconic for me. And then obviously Dalek Sect becoming a human hybrid as well. That was really cool. And obviously it had like guest stars from like Andrew Garfield, which was really cool. So yeah, that's a really good one. So that's in the honourable mentions as well. The Satan Pit slash the Impossible Planet, another really good one. The Ood, really scary as well. The Satan, obviously the Beast, was really scary as well. Another really good episode that one was as well. Then obviously you've got stuff like the Snowman. I felt like that was a really good Christmas episode as well, with Victoria and Clara and the Snowman, the Great Intelligence. Another really good Christmas episode as well. Then we got stuff like Fugitive of the Jadoon. That was a really good episode. It felt so out. It just felt so like out of series 12. It was just like on another level, so it was really enjoyable. And I feel like the 13th Doctor was perfect in that episode as well. And then obviously Joe Martin's Doctor, the Fugitive Doctor, was really good as well. And then you've got the Power of the Doctor as well, Daleks, Cybermen, the Master, the Master becoming the Doctor. Another fantastic episode, really enjoyable. And then also you've got Blink, of course. It goes without saying, that's just amazing. It just comes to show that Doctor Who episodes where the Doctor and Companion aren't heavily in it can still be really good. The Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky are yet another honourable mention. I mean, it's just so good, the Sontarans and then the Atmos. I mean, if the episode happened next series in Series 14, it wouldn't feel out of place because it's still as relevant today as it was back when it was Series 4, if not more so now. So that's another really good one as well. And Stolen Earth and Journey's End, again, another really good story. Having all the companions back from the RTD era, it was just such an incredible episode and so rewatchable. And the cliffhanger was amazing as well. So yeah, those are definitely some of my honourable mentions. Perfect. And at number one will be the Army of Ghosts slash Doomsday. Now, this is my favourite episode of Doctor Who. I might be a bit biased, but I genuinely do think this is such a fantastic episode. I mean, it's got the 10th Doctor, it's got Rose, it's got Daleks, it's got Cybermen, it's got Torchwood. I mean, it's just perfect. I mean, it's really good as well. The Daleks versus the Cybermen. This is something I wish we'd see a lot more of, but it just hasn't happened since Daleks versus Cybermen. It's really cool concept. Really enjoyable. The Cybermen being the ghosts and everything. And then Genesis Arc as well. It's just so iconic for me. Like when the Cybermen burst in and trying to delete the Daleks, and that whole scene is really cool. And then obviously when Rose accidentally lets go of the lever as well, that's so sad. And then the beach scene. It's just such a brilliant episode. I think it's my favourite finale, but it's definitely my favourite episode of Doctor Who. So yeah, definitely at number one would have to be the Army of Ghosts slash Doomsday. Great, and that's my top 10 New Who Doctor Who episodes done. Like I said, it was really difficult to make, but I hope you enjoyed. And I definitely will be soon making a top 10 comfort episodes, because I definitely do have episodes I'm biased on, but I still really enjoy. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your rankings in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright, thank you everyone. Bye.